Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. This is Moving to Michigan. I'm Ruth Lange, and this is
Samantha Burnett, and we are real estate agents in the local West Michigan area with Exp Realty. Today we're going to talk all about me.
yes,
All about me.
See that's good. Today we are going to talk about all about Sam Burnett. There we go, Sam Burnett. Coming soon, new married name. So
yes. 50 days.
50 days. Woo. Oh my goodness, and counting. So kind of want to get like your backstory a little bit. Tell me a little bit, give me a little bit of a background about yourself. Like where'd you grow up, things like that.
I grew up in Cedar Springs, Michigan, born and raised. Currently live in Sand Lake, Michigan, but we will be moving back to Cedar pretty soon here.
Cool.
Being a realtor, you kind of have access to lots of houses, so you can move around. You get to dreaming, and
it's handy to be close to Grand Rapids when you're a realtor.
Yes.
When you're serving the West Michigan area.
Yes, yes. So Cedar Springs is about 20 minutes north of the Grand Rapids area, so it's nice to be able to be close to everything and be able to drive around. And like we said, we're West Michigan agents, so we have easy access to everything.
So what's the idea with kind of moving back to Cedar Springs, just kind of moving back closer to roots, or?
Yeah, so born and raised in Cedar Springs. We want to, obviously I'm getting married in about 50 days, so changing my last name. We want to grow our family, and it just made more sense to move back to where we both grew up and being closer to family and building our dream home. And right now we live in a 720 square foot house. And with a baby on the way, that is small, man.
And a couple dogs.
Oh, yes. One being a Mastiff. So
yes. Oh, my goodness.
It's been a great starter home, and that's where we went into it. I mean, looking to build some equity and just putting our roots down to start. And now it's time to move on up. So.
Absolutely. So, James, is he from the Cedar Springs area as well?
His family is from Grand Rapids.
Okay.
He moved here when he was younger to Cedar Springs, so I have known him all throughout high school. Let me rephrase that. We knew of each other. Didn't really know each other too much, and then we reconnected about 3 years ago now.
Oh, okay.
And things just clicked, and that's what we're doing.
Is history. Yeah.
We're doing it all at once. So.
Yes. Side note. Did you want to put on here that, like, when are you announcing that you're pregnant?
Probably in about a week, so.
Okay.
It will be. I can post this. It's not a big deal.
So we can mention that, on here that.
Oh, yeah. We got engaged in May? Yeah, we got engaged in May. We decided to plan a wedding for October of this year, so we had 4 months to plan, and then we planned everything, set a date, and 2 weeks later found out that we're expecting our rainbow baby. So
yay!
Literally everything at once, and I'm due in February, so it's marriage in October. Holidays and Christmas and everything in November and December. Probably baby shower in January, and then baby in February. And then we're both getting new cars.
Oh my goodness, girl.
Like I said, we're going to move, so we're probably going to put our house up for sale in April and then move back into my parents' basement.
So you're going to be moving with a newborn.
Oh yeah, she or he, we don't know what it is yet, will be like four months old.
Oh my goodness.
So sorry, Mom and Dad, but you only get us, but you also get a baby. So.
I'm sure they'll be more than excited about that.
Oh, yeah. My parents are very excited, but we'll see how it goes.
No, it'll be good. It'll be good. So kind of getting, going back a little bit, so what first started the thought that you wanted to get into real estate?
Yeah, so initially...
what did you do before you got into real estate?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I had always thought about doing real estate. I just thought it would be something fun, being out and about and not just sitting at a desk all day, just talking to people, and that's kind of what I like to do, even though I may not seem like a people person all the time.
You totally are.
But then I kind of got stuck in that mindset of going to college, and there were so many other things I wanted to pursue. So I went to college. I got a degree in fashion merchandising. And lo and behold, living in Michigan, There's not too much you can do with that. So I ended up getting an office job. I specialized in like the merchandise accounting aspect of fashion. So I had a lot of background in that. So I did, like I said, an office job for 4 or 5 years as an accountant.
Okay.
Wasn't like what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And obviously I got together with James and we started talking about the future and where we wanted to be financially, as parents, just like our whys, like what we want to do in life.
Yeah.
And real estate kept coming up and he was like, you know what, just do it. Like, you're clearly unhappy here. There's so many things we want to do. There's no better time than now. So he's been super supportive with it. Went while I was still working full time. I took my real estate classes, got my real estate license, and for about 3 or 4 months, I did both at the same time. And he was like, "You can't do both." He's like, "It's getting too hard. You can't focus on your end goal of real estate." So, quit my job, and I've been doing this full time, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah. So when you actually took your exam, like when you passed, like what was your feeling when you passed?
Oh, I did not believe it. So I did like a week course. That's what I did.
Oh gosh, you did the week course.
Yeah,
that's a lot of information at once.
Shoved everything into a week, and it was a little rough.
That is very rough.
And I took the test the second I could take it, and I wanted to back out 2 days beforehand. I was like, James, I can't do this. I am not ready. I feel like I didn't study. He's like, it's only been it was probably about a week after I finished my courses, so everything was still fresh in my mind. He's like, you just got to do it now.
That's the best time to do it.
So I got there, and when you go, there's like everyone taking so many different tests. There's like nurses, cosmetology, realtors. And so I was sitting there, and I was like just doing my test. I was the first one to start and the last one to leave, and everyone was just getting up, and I was like, am I doing something wrong?
Right.
Like, why am I taking so long? I forget how long. Do you get like 3 or 4 hours or something to take it?
I forget.
It's a long period of time that you get.
It's pretty long, yeah.
And I was freaking out. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I've never been a good test taker. I was like, I can't. And then I passed apparently, and the guy was like, here you go. And I was like, I really did it? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh,
share my
sorry.
excitement.
Yeah.
It's not meeting you on that level.
Yeah, it was so great. And then we went and we had pizza and beer after. So
heck yeah, that's the best way to celebrate.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I think the thing I didn't like most about that room, it was so quiet.
Oh, so quiet.
So quiet.
You just get in your head, and some of those questions are so hard, and it's just like eerie silence, and you just almost can't think because all you hear is silence. So
I feel like it's like any traditional state exam. Like they just set you up for failure. Just the way they word those questions. Like it can, like it's multiple choice. It can mean any one of them. And it's like,
there's
like
2 answers. There's always 2 answers that could make sense, but one is better than the other. So you just get in your head so much. But I passed. So
that's all that matters.
Yep, I'm done. I'm not done because we have to continue taking classes. But
yes,
the main part is done. I know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yes, I think someone said it. What was it like? The actual like real estate exam doesn't educate you, but it like educates you enough to like keep you out of jail. Like that's all it pretty much does.
I know you learn a lot about like the law side of things, but as far as like actually getting out there and doing, I mean, obviously you can't really learn going out in the field unless you're actually out and doing it.
Like that.
But
yes, no.
It's totally different when you're taking that test and studying for that test and taking the courses and then getting out and actually doing it. It's so much better actually doing it, but it does prepare you for quite a bit. So making sure, like I said, you're doing everything legally that you're supposed to for yourself and for your clients. But man, that test.
You got to educate yourself afterwards. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Speaking of, I got to take a few more classes this year before October hits.
Oh, I think we all do. I think we all need like a little bit of a continuing education.
I think I have 6 out of my 8 hours.
I don't even know. I probably have about the same, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, check on that CE, whatever.
Marketplace.
Yep.
Good thing to do afterwards.
What?
Good thing to do afterwards.
Yes. Double check that because October is right around
gosh.
the corner.
Yeah, like a month and a half away. Less.
Yeah, because we're midway through August.
August? Oh my gosh. Where does the summer go? Already feels like fall. So anyways, so like looking forward into the future, like with real estate, like what were your like big visions for your real estate career? Like, was there something that like particularly stood out to you that you're like, I can't wait to get into this, or I can't wait to get into that?
I kind of have been going back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Initially, when I went into real estate, I went into it with the financial aspect of being, one, more financially stable, working for myself. So when we did start a family, I could choose to take some time off if I wanted.
Flexibility with kids.
Exactly. Flexibility with kids. You basically get out of it what you put into it. And like I said, finances was like the main thing. So in the beginning, I wanted to do commercial real estate because there's big money in commercial real estate. In our area, it's a little harder to do. Not that it's impossible, but, and I also didn't want to I wanted to get my feet wet and actually learn what I'm doing first before I just jumped into the,
but that's what like spoke to you the most, was really wanting to get into commercial.
Yeah. And then I guess when we were house hunting, so we decided to find a house when COVID happened. So we are really good with planning and timing.
You just like being under stress.
Yes, apparently we do really well under pressure.
You make a good real estate agent because of that.
Yeah. So we started looking during COVID, and it took us a year to find our house. Also, one of the reasons why we have a 720 square foot house is because we got sick of looking. So not that there's anything wrong with our house. We love our house besides the fact that it's so small. But we definitely kind of settled a little bit. And my overall experience finding the house wasn't particularly great. So I decided I kind of wanted to help others have a better experience, because you're buying a house. A house is huge. Like it's not
biggest purchase of your life.
Yeah, biggest purchase. It's not a couple $100. It's a couple $100,000 it can be. So, just wanting to be better for others who are looking for houses, and actually be able to educate them on what you're buying, the actual process, instead of, I kind of felt like when we went into it, we got pre-approved, we looked at houses, and then it came time to signing the contract and closing, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm signing. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm signing my life away for this huge purchase. And
like, where are my parents? Like, they should be like,
can you help me? Is this a good decision?
I don't want to be an adult right now.
Yeah. And also, I mean, like we said, like, this was our first house, so we went into it thinking equity. Like, we're not going to be here forever. We want to build. Was it the best house for that? Maybe not, but I mean, we put a lot of work into it, and it looks a lot better than it did. But 720 square foot house, you can only get so much back out of it. So
but a good starter home.
Yes, a good starter home. Very much so. Or we live on a lake, so it's a good little lake house, a little cottage. Somebody who's looking to retire, downsize. So there's definitely opportunities with that, but.
Yeah, it's got a beautiful view, and there's tons to do around there.
Yes, there is. We jumped the gun a little bit, so I didn't want people to be like that in our shoes. I wanted them to feel a little bit more confident in their home purchase.
Yes. So. Well, and really educate people, because I think, to your point, like, there's a lot of, either misinformation or just a lot of things that are not said. Like, people just assume you know the process, or they don't educate you on the process, because I had a similar thing. One of the reasons why I got into it is because, like, I bought a piece of vacant land. I did all the research that I possibly could, to my knowledge, but I had no knowledge of real estate. I didn't know what I was doing. But it's just like, I tried to prepare myself as much as possible. But it's like, that was one of the things that my realtor should have been doing.
Yeah.
And when I went to sell the piece of property, I had a great real estate agent, and he actually educated me on the piece of property, told me all these things. It's like, had I known those things going in, I probably wouldn't have bought that piece of property.
Yeah, vacant land is a completely different animal than a home that is like a land with home. Like, it's completely different. And there's friends of ours that bought a piece of vacant land too. They bought it wanting to build on it.
Oh, yeah.
And not realizing, their realtor didn't help them to realize that piece of property you couldn't build on. So they had to go through so many strings and like legal battles so they could build, because it was financially not a good move for them to just leave the property. And I mean, it would have been so hard to sell that because their initial realtor didn't do a good enough job in letting them know, like, if you're looking for land for this reason, this probably isn't the best parcel to do that on. But
Well, and that's the other thing is actually listening to your clients and actually understanding like what they want so you can, set them up for success. Like you said, like why would you show somebody a piece of property that you can't build on when that's their dream?
Exactly. You want to have your clients be excited because, buying a house is so exciting.
It is so exciting.
And you can get easily wrapped up in the excitement, but you also want them to feel comfortable and knowledgeable about what they're doing. And it's a big part of what our job is.
Yeah, they're relying on you to have the knowledge for that. Like they're trusting you for that.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
We don't just open up doors for people.
Feels like it sometimes, but
sometimes.
It's not.
Sometimes there's a continual
after 20
2
showings.
years of opening up doors, and then you can finally get into it. But
yes.
It's all worth it in the end.
It's totally worth it. No,
and it's still fun for us to go. I love
It is.
seeing other people's houses.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of fun. Like
It's super fun.
You get to creep in on how other people live. Yeah. It's awesome.
With strangers in your home,
Yep.
bring more strangers with you. It's pretty cool. So far in your real estate career, like what have you enjoyed the most so far? Like what has been like maybe something unexpected that you weren't,
I think my favorite part so far has been the first time home buyers.
Okay.
Just their excitement is, it's so fun.
It's so much fun.
I know how, obviously we just talked about it. I know
Right.
how I was when we were buying our first home. So it's just a good feeling. Like we say 1,000 times, buying a home is a huge purchase. So when you can help make somebody feel comfortable in it, it's great. And when you can, lots of mine have been under list price, which is fantastic. Yeah, ring my bell there.
Yes.
So especially in this market, being able to do that has been super fun.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Well, and I think first-time home buyers are like so much fun because you get to educate them the most.
Yeah.
And they actually soak it in and they just are hanging on every word you say and like they want to know about the process.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my main focus right now is the buy side. Obviously I sell as well, so don't get me wrong there. If you want to buy or sell, I'm your girl.
Oh, Sam. Do you prefer Sam or Samantha?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Just pronounce the last name right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Burnett.
Burnett. Yep.
I will get it.
You got it. You did get it.
I had to write it down a couple times so it would stick in my brain.
That's the one thing, too, about being a realtor is you get to learn all the ins and outs of things. Mm-hmm. Like when you bought a house, you kind of know the basics, like
right.
Change your furnace filter so you don't start a fire and clean out your
I don't even feel
dryer
like someone
vent.
told me that when I got a house.
Oh,
but I was
the batteries
23.
and your fire alarms. Yeah. Those kind of things. But then real shit goes wrong and you're like, don't know what to do. So it's great that we now know people we can go to. Yeah. We know, AC electrical helps that James is an electrician.
I was going to say, you got kind of
I
like
don't
an
gotta
in
worry
with
about
that.
that.
So when your fiance being an electrician.
Yeah. But you learned about all that stuff and it's fun. So then you feel more like stable and that you can actually deal with owning a home.
Yeah.
And you can deal with helping other people learn how to own a home because it's not an easy task.
No. Well, I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
After you buy a house, it's not just
it's yours.
I bought the house, I'm done. Like there's constant stuff that goes wrong, which isn't a bad thing. It's not even stuff that goes wrong. Just constant stuff you want to do. Like if you want to do some minor updates, you want to get new furniture, there's always stuff rolling. So it's a big purchase.
It's home ownership. It never ends. Like there's always something.
It's so fun though.
It is so fun. Yeah.
Even when the things go wrong, it's still so fun. Yeah. James might not think so.
No, probably not, because he's probably the one fixing it.
Yeah, for the most part.
Well, I love him.
Like we put in a lot of new fixtures, and he put in 2 new lights. Obviously, like I said, he's an electrician, so he could do that stuff. Yeah. But there was areas that I wanted to put lights on, and he's like, "You were making this so hard for me. Like, you can't just stick lights where you want to stick lights.
Why not?
You got to go through walls. You got to go.
But babe, isn't that your job?
Yeah, that's what you do. Just make it happen. He finds a way. Let me tell you, he's not always happy about it. He's happy to do it. Like he obviously loves me, and I hope
I'm
so.
sure you're very persuasive.
But, yeah. He finds a way, and he's great. So
yes.
I try to give him a headache sometimes.
Thanks, James. We appreciate you.
Yes, I love you and I appreciate you. It's probably like every week I'm like, can we do this?
Hey, babe.
He's like, man, can we finish the projects that we started? We are so good at that, like starting projects and not finishing them. I mean, we get them to the most part. Like we just did a full 2-week complete gut of our bathroom remodel.
You did.
It looks fantastic and it's
great.
done.
Yes.
Besides the fact that there's still like those pinholes everywhere from when you put, oh my gosh, I'm at a loss for words. When you put the trim and stuff around, there's like the pinholes from when you do all that stuff, and we covered it up and it's not painted. So it's done. It's usable, but it's just the small things that you don't want to do. And it's like, I just got to finish them.
You just got to do it. Yeah. But no one wants to do that stuff.
No, nobody wants to do that. And especially James. He hates painting. I do all the painting. I'm not, okay. He's going to get mad at me for saying that.
Oh, yeah.
When we bought the house, he and I did a lot of the painting together, and he painted the whole ceiling, which I refused to do.
Yep.
But now painting projects have fallen to me, which is fine because I like painting. But
yeah, I don't mind
falls
it.
to him. So
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't mind painting. Like just because it makes everything so like fresh and clean, and I'm a person and like I like to see progress. Yeah. So it's like painting. It's like, well, that's quick progress. So I'm like, okay, I can do this.
You can quickly make it your own with just some paint. It's great.
Yeah. No, I love that about that. That was a weird thing to say. I love that about that.
It made sense to me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think I like that, like, do the fucking work. I think the thing, like watching like Ryan Serhan or whatever, the thing I picked up from him is like, get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yep.
So especially like, doing the hard stuff in the morning. So it's like, then it's done. It's out of the way. And then you can enjoy the rest of your day and do the things that you actually want to do.
You can do the fun stuff like this.
Yeah. And I think even like, I don't know, like maybe Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, they even say like stuff like that or whatever. Yeah. So it's like, or Ed Milet, he's really big on like the power list. Like get those 5 things done. I love the power list. Yep. Get those 5 things done, and then you're good to go for the day. You can either A, keep working, or B, go have fun. Go do something.
Not even just work related stuff. I mean, yes, I usually have 2 power lists. So one that's obviously work related, the stuff, do the fucking work of the stuff that you don't want to do. Right. Minute tasks, stuff like that. And then one for just everyday life. Like, do the dishes, because nobody likes doing the dishes, and we don't have a dishwasher, so just that kind of
kids,
stuff.
Right?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, fresh.
I'm still waiting. Yeah,
but you have 3 that are under 3.
1, 2, and 3. They're not exactly doing the dishes yet. No. But they are picking up their dishes. So
that's good. That's a start.
They're throwing in the sink, sometimes in the trash, but we're working on it.
There's 2 different things, hon.
Right. That's been my son's big thing. It's like, I'm like, go put your cup in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I hear the door to like the garbage, and I'm like, No. Like,
don't throw that away, please.
Like, that does make my life easier, but no, like, that's very expensive.
We don't have fuck you money to just go buy new cups every time.
Yes, we're not there yet. Because you guys are expensive. So
yeah, 3 under 3, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know how you keep it together sometimes. Do you know?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Just take it every day.
Mountain biking, good stress relief. Real estate's a good distraction too.
Yep. That's true. You got to do the things that are good for you sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just finding like that one little thing for you. So like for me, it's mountain biking, or cooking. I do enjoy cooking as well. Yeah. And so it's like that stuff like makes me happy, and yeah, especially in this industry, I feel like because you can easily. It's not a 9-to-5 job. I mean, you're working 24. I mean, you can if that's what you choose. But a lot of realtors don't work 9 to 5. I mean, they work later, especially with showings. Sometimes you're showing a house at 9 o'clock at night. Don't get home till 10 o'clock. So you can spend all day working, but you need an outlet mentally. Like you said, mountain biking or cooking, something. Yeah. Well, I feel like we're still like those brand new agents where we haven't set boundaries yet. Yeah. Oh. Because I'm like, I know like more seasoned, good real estate agents like have set boundaries. Like after 8, I'm not going to like answer my phone, this and that. But I'm like, I'm still in the grind stage. Like I got an offer, like a house under contract when I was at the gym at 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. I gotta have it or I can do it. I mean, I'm excited for the day to set boundaries, but I'm like, I'm not there yet. No, 100% no. One day. Yes. Yes. We'll be there. But I still enjoy, I mean, I think that also is another like financial freedom that comes with it. So they can choose, I mean, I don't know, it goes back and forth. Like they can choose to have set more boundaries like that. Well, I think it's one of those things, everyone says it. As long as you find like a job that you enjoy, it's not work.
Yeah.
So like for me, I was so excited. Like it was for a friend of mine. So I was like, oh
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
Like I could, while I'm at the gym.
Yeah, literally can sit on the treadmill or something and writing up contracts and doing something for you, but also working. It's great.
Absolutely.
You can work anywhere in real estate. It's so fun.
It is fun. I've done that on a mountain biking trail too. I'll like take a phone call and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, it's fine.
Sorry,
I
I'm out of
love work." Yeah, that's literally what it was. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, she's like, "What?" Oh, she's like, "I can call you back." I'm like, "No, it's fine."
I can do anything.
I think I told her that too. I'm like, "No, I don't have any boundaries. It's fine. Like, you just what's up?"
Yeah, it's okay. It can take 2 seconds for a phone call.
I'm like, let's be honest. I needed a break anyways.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's fun. I like being able to work in my pajamas quite often.
oh yeah, that's true too.
And then all of a sudden, someone's like, "Hey, can I go see this house?" And you're like, "Not ready, but okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go."
I need to get better at that. Like that should be on my list in the morning is to like, obviously I wash my face, brush my teeth, do that stuff, but I don't like do my hair, do my makeup and get fully ready. And I need to do that way earlier in the morning than I do. So I'm prepared.
Right. I think I started like, cause it was really hard, you know, like having a 1-year-old and all last year, like starting my first year. But I think like Brian Buffini, he was even saying, he's like, start the day. He's like, even if you don't have anything set up, he's like, get up, you know, get ready for the day. Like you do have a full day. Cause then like it does get you prepared. Cause that was one of my things. It's like, you will know. It's like when you're in newborn baby mode, it's like, oh, I'm so tired. Like I don't have anything, but it's like,
that's the fire. Like,
yeah. But then you don't have the motivation for the day to do anything. So it's like, okay, if you're getting up, you're ready for the day. It's like, well, then you'll actually do stuff. You'll actually be productive. And that was like a big thing for me. So cause I'm like, if I'm not, it's like if it doesn't happen like by like 10, it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah. Then I'm like to the rest of the day. No, sorry.
It's like no, I need to get up early. I need to like do all this, get ready, and then I'm like, okay, I can take on the day, even if there's nothing scheduled. There's always something to do in real estate, though. So
there's always something you can always. I mean, prospecting 100% all the time. That's what we do. I mean, that's the main part of our job.
Yeah, following up with deals, all that stuff. Like, there's always something that can be done.
Yep.
Speaking of prospecting, so you do something that's a little bit different. So you do Jeep nights.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Jeep nights. So every Thursday night in the summer, all the way up until September 16th this year, we do Jeep nights at Cedar Springs Brewery. So obviously all Jeep lovers, beer lovers, food lovers get together at Cedar Springs Brewery and
come one, come all.
Yeah, listen to some live music. Like I said, beer, food, drinks, and then everyone just kind of looks at everyone else's Jeeps. There's always prizes. We're trying to set up some fun things like a yard game night, pet night, kids night, things like that. So just getting together with the community and celebrating stuff that we love and getting out there it's really fun.
Well, that's really awesome that you have combined like, you know, your work and your passion, you know, because you really love Jeeps. So being able to combine the two.
I do. They're super fun, but they are also a lot of money. Yeah, a lot of things can go wrong. Goes real quick. Yes. It's really fun when you're on a trail and then 2 seconds later you're missing a mirror, or something goes wrong. Your front axle goes out, but it's fun.
Well, what does Jeep stand for? Kevin told me once. It's like
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's like just empty your pockets or whatever or something.
That makes sense.
I forget what it is. I'm like that's not right because it's like. You know.
Yeah, there's 2 E's in there.
Yeah, I'm like it was something along those lines.
Yeah,
like.
that's basically No, it's fun though. We love Jeep nights. I do that with Kevin Irwin. So, this is my first year doing with him. He started it about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And James and I have gone every single Thursday for the last how many ever years.
Yeah.
And this year, Kevin's like, "You want to join in on the fun?"
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I'm there every Thursday, so I might as well work too. And it's not even really work. I mean, you're just sitting there talking to people that you share a common interest with, have a beer. It's fun.
But I think that's what makes, you know, those events so fun, but also real estate so fun is because that's what you get to do. It's like you get to hang out with your friends, like-minded people. Like it's really enjoyable. Like don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work.
Oh, it's a lot of work, and sometimes it can be really frustrating.
Yes. But I think things like that make it, you know, better. Yeah. So, like you mentioned, Kevin Irwin. So, is he, you know, so you joined his team.
Yep.
So, kind of tell me a little bit about that. Like, what was the thought process for that? Opposed to like being a solo agent or whatever.
Yeah. So in the very beginning, I joined his team because I wanted to get the most out of my learning experience. Like I didn't want to just go in and not know what I was doing. Because like we said earlier, you take those real estate courses and you learn quite a bit, but you don't learn how to actually be in the field and do that kind of work. So I wanted to be underneath someone that was well knowledgeable and had been in the industry for a few years. And that's where Kevin came along. Like I said, we've been going to Jeep Night forever, so I knew of Kevin and got the ball rolling there, and I talked to him about how I've always met him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Talked to him how I've always been interested in real estate, and he was like, well, I mean, come have a beer and talk to me. And he's
Kevin.
like, yeah. He's like, just take the classes and do it. And I was like, oh.
It makes it sound so simple.
Yeah. At that time when you just bought a house and getting everything like going, and real estate's fun. Like I said, what you put into it is what you get out of it. So I was worried, like, hey, if I just go and do this, I mean, I have to know what I'm doing so I can make money. I can't just go months without having an income. Like, that's not in the cards right now. So
that's something I want to do.
Yeah. So joining a team was a big part of that. And then we joined EXP, and I love EXP. I mean, the main reason why I wanted to join EXP is because I can market myself how I want to. Obviously, with still having EXP as my broker and respecting them as a broker, but really just being able to do real estate how I want to and being eventually independent is a big perk of EXP, and Kevin helped do that. So all within less than a year. So
you've come a long ways in like a short period of time.
Yeah, it's great.
It's awesome.
You got to have that go get 'em attitude.
Yeah, absolutely. You need that attitude or you won't survive in this industry.
No, definitely not. It's a hard industry.
It is.
We make it look so easy.
It looks like fun. But
yeah, it is so much fun. It's also so much work.
Yes. But if you're dedicated and you have the drive for it, and that's like coming back to like having your why and the reason why you do things, like that's what keeps you motivated. That's what keeps you going.
You have to have your why. You have to, we talk about it all the time. We'll have like you said, you have 3 deals under contract right now. And then once one closes, you're like,
gotta get
another one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and kind of going back to your, what you said about EXP too, it's like, I love them, because they do, like, you're promoting your own brand. You're not promoting some other broker's brand. Like, it's all you, and they like, and they want you to do that, which is so great because nobody else does that, And so I think that's been like my big thing is just like, oh my gosh, like who am I? What am I like?
Oh yeah, it's a whole different animal once you can like do your own thing and figure out like, really, what do you want to do? How do I want to market myself? Like I have all this freedom now. I don't even know where to start. So
do you feel like you've kind of honed in on your personal brand and like, who you are, what you're
somewhat? I feel like it's going to be ever changing, especially as things go on. I mean, now that I'm going to become a mother, like that's going to play a huge part in my real estate career. And I feel like I'm going to make my whole life that. So
you are.
So I might as well roll with it with real estate. So what I have now, I feel like is going to change in the next few months, but I'm getting a better handle of what I want to do. And I know who I am and what I want to be. So having that why kind of helps you. Your whys also change throughout life, but
absolutely.
Another thing with EXP too, not even just marketing yourself, but
we're really getting in on EXP here. Like
we talk about education. I mean, educating our clients is a huge thing, but we also have to educate ourselves, and EXP is huge with that.
Yes.
So there's constant webinars, there's constant Zoom calls. There's like 3 a week, I think, that you can be a part of. There's probably even more, but with our
within the Wolf Pack?
Yeah, within our Wolf Pack, there's 3 a week.
So, like, with EXP by itself, there's probably over, like, 60 hours worth of training per week. And then we're a part of a group that is called the Wolf Pack. So our upline actually provides a lot of value for us. And they have, I believe it's more than that. I think it's, like, 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's probably more like the higher up you get and the more that you do. Higher up is a horrible way to say that, but.
Yeah, your upline. Because I know, like, Mike Short is a part of our upline. I know he has, like, a couple a week. Connor, he's also part of our upline. He has a couple a week. And then there's the women's Wolf Pack call on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesdays.
Yeah. And those have been really beneficial, especially the women's one. I know, like, me and you both resonated really well with them. Just getting a woman's perspective on it, not always having to hear from the boys,
right?
About how it is.
Yeah,
to
being
be
a
in
woman
this
in real estate is completely different. I feel than obviously I don't know the men's side, but just from being in it, you can tell there's a difference. So having like-minded people, like we always say in this industry, it's so nice to be with like-minded people who have same goals as you. And I feel like the Wolfpack does a good job of that. Everyone's so supportive. Everyone,
feels like family.
Yeah, they light a fire under your ass all the time. Like if you want to do it, you got to do it. Like there's so many go-getters in there. So it's a great team to be under.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Everyone says it's like surround yourself with like-minded people, and it's like I've never like felt that like you have, but it's like I've never had that feeling so much. Like being with the Wolfpack. Yeah. Like it's just everyone is like same goals, same dreams, all heavy hitters. Like it's so amazing to be around all of those people.
Yeah. I mean, that's what this industry is about. It's not just all about yourself. And I mean, you want to support other people. You can't have this industry without other realtors. So it's important and they're so supportive. Like even people that you've never met, they'll comment on things or like things and they're like, yeah, go get it. And it's like, yeah, thanks.
Well, thank you so much for telling your backstory, though. Like, I feel like it will resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah, thanks for listening to me for an hour and
absolutely
15 minutes.
Thank Reagan. Yeah, for listening to us. Thank you for
I can't wait till next time when we talk all about you.
Oh, well, there we go. Yep.
Sharing the love.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for checking into our channel. If you guys liked what we had on here today, please like and subscribe. And until next time.
See ya.
See ya.